Amigos, just got my Nicaraguan exit stamp from the building with the kind of turquoise top over there. It's $3, seemed official. Got away from the really pushy money exchangers. I do need to exchange, but I want to make sure I get into Costa Rica first, because I only rushed my proof of onward travel last night, because I've heard Costa Rica can be pretty specific with that stuff. So proof of onward travel is proving that you have a flight or a bus ticket to leave the country, which I didn't have last night, and to be honest I still don't have, but I cooked together some kind of proof, so let's see if that works. All right, so I got my Costa Rican stamp. Super easy. Told them my itinerary. They didn't ask for onward travel, I guess because I'm on a bike, which I kind of thought might be the case, but I didn't want to take any chances, so the onward travel proof was not needed. Now to exchange some money. And continuing my tradition of flashing cash in the border area, here are my colones. Pretty awesome. Giving you a taste of the biodiversity to come in Costa Rica. Pretty sweet. So I did my research for what the on-the-spot rate is for Costa Rica, and that was of 19.5 colones for 1 Cordoba, which is the Nicaraguan currency, and the rate that was being offered both on the Nicaraguan side and the Costa Rican side from the money exchangers was 16. Not too bad of a rate. So that's only 3 out of 19 of a difference. Money exchangers got to eat, so I'm not too mad at that. And so I've got a decent amount of colones, so I don't have to rush to look for an ATM or anything like that. And yeah, I'm really kind of surprised at how quick that border crossing was. I'd read that it could be 1 to 3 hours, and it was looking kind of busy, but I think I got everything done in like under 20 minutes. I think my passport helps, being that I'm from Canada, so I think that makes the them trying to figure out if I'm trying to illegally immigrate to Costa Rica maybe a little bit easier, but I don't know, I'm sure some people move from Canada to Costa Rica. Pretty massive crops over there. Not sure what that is. It's looking like similar to my other entries into new countries. Spectacular start. Despite the fact that it's been technically the rain season for most of the time that I've been in Central America so far, I actually haven't been getting that much rain. It doesn't rain on most days, and when it does, it's like very late afternoon or evening or night. So I've been getting excellent weather. From what I'm reading, Costa Rica might be a bit more rainy, but definitely not going to complain because I've been extremely lucky in that regard. Look at these things. Whoa. So we're on the Old Faithful Pan-American Highway heading to La Cruz. If you saw the last bicycling video, which was from León, Nicaragua to the Costa Rican border, you'll know that today I started in Rivas, where the night before there was intense demonstrations. I assume was against the government. Can't be sure though. Yeah, so I really enjoyed my time in Nicaragua, but with the civil unrest and everything, but just wanted to kind of play it safe and not get caught in some type of war. Not that I think that that's definitely going to happen or anything, but just to make sure. Yeah, so I think I got another like 30 kilometers or so to get to La Cruz, which totals up on the day for 70 kilometers, which I thought would be more than enough, considering that there was a border crossing. But since it was so short, should be getting there in a pretty timely fashion. I'll have to take my word for it, but I just saw a lemur-like little monkey jumping from branch to branch. Pretty cool stuff. A hint of things to come, I hope. Just taking a break, snacking on some pre-packed goods. Something I haven't really done since the US. And why I'm doing it now. Well, I stocked up in Rivas Nicaragua, because in Costa Rica most things, especially pre-packed goods, will cost about the same as they do in Canada or the US, and some things will even cost more, like surprisingly enough, the entrance fees for parks can go anywhere from $15 to $40, which is super expensive, especially when you consider, like in Nicaragua, the entrance fee was $2 for parks. So that's kind of crazy, but I think it's because of the high demand. Costa Rica is the most touristed country in Central America. A lot of tourists coming from the US and Canada. So if you've been on vacation before, you know, or you know people that go on vacation, it's the kind of time to, spend some money. So 15 to 30 bucks, not really a big deal when you're on vacation, but for me, someone who's been traveling for about 9 months now, and who still plans to do quite a bit more countries on this trip, every dollar I spend is a dollar towards having to need a real job again. So I'll definitely have to pick my spots when it comes to choosing my adventures. Welcome to La Cruz. Absolutely amazing. Didn't know this was going to be here. So, there's a hostel over there that I just checked out on where my bike is currently. I can get a dorm bed for 9,000 colones, about $17, which seems pretty good. ask a local if they know of anywhere that might be cheaper, but worst comes to worst, I'm not upset at $17 for a place to stay in Costa Rica. Once again, reunited with the Pacific Ocean. So I just asked the local what a good price for a room would be, and he said 15,000 colones. So the hostel I got here is offering for 9. So I guess that's a really good deal for Costa Rica. Not too bad for first place I checked out. Let's get washed up and get something to eat. Turns out it's not a dorm. It's actually a hostel room, which means you got a pretty much full room but no bathroom. Well, you do have a sink to brush your teeth. So pretty decent deal. Let's get some grub. I think like the US, I'm gonna start eating a lot of fast food. Not complaining.
Que sientes en mis labios escaparse quisiera al sonoro cantar de la marimba y al acorde compás de mi guitarra.
Day 2. It wasn't easy leaving La Cruz because walking around last night, or in the early evening, and the vibe, everybody just seemed to be in an upbeat, happy mood. So that was really cool. Just really cool kind of cultural vibe there at La Cruz, and there's definitely some things to do there. Like the view that I showed, you could go down there. There's some beaches and a little bit of hiking. But like I said yesterday, I'm definitely gonna have to, at least for me, because I find Costa Rica to be kind of expensive for me again. So I'm gonna have to pick my spots here. So today the plan is to head to Bihagua, something like that. So about 110 kilometers. So far there's been some significant headwind, so gonna stop chatting and start pedaling. Still on Highway 4, which on Google Maps and Maps.me was an orange line, a thick orange line, which until now has meant a paved road, but I guess not in Costa Rica. So that's going to slow me down considerably since I don't have real off-road tires. Hopefully it's not the whole way, but regardless, with the headwind and this, I don't think I'll be making it to my destination of Bihagua, which was kind of out of the way anyways. Ultimately, I want to go to La Fortuna in this video, but Bihagua had a backpackers hostel, which backpackers is another word for budget. Yeah, so maybe just the town of I think it was like Utala or something, or at the worst San Jose before that, which will actually make for a shorter day the next day to get to La Fortuna. So yeah, let's see how it goes. this isn't the rain season that I was expecting. Usually rain season is described as intense rain for a few hours in the afternoon, late afternoon. This has been intermittent rain all day and still no pavement. I talked to a guy who kind of sounded like he said it eventually gets paved, but bit of a language barrier there, so I'm not sure. Maybe it just meant it gets a little bit smoother. Who knows? Pura vida. Not going past Jalapa today. Let's find somewhere to stay. Here's my place for the night. Haggled to get it down to about a little bit over 20 US dollars. So not the cheapest, but maybe the cheapest in town. Day 3. Mostly dry from yesterday, but I was speaking with a local last night and I asked him if the kind of intermittent rain that I got was normal. He seemed to say yes, so I'm enjoying the dryness while it lasts. Nice. So I really need to figure out how to somehow zoom in on these shots. Approximately in the middle of the screen on the log in the water, the largest log, next to a black water bottle, there's an alligator just chilling, as alligators tend to do. Pretty cool. Not like a designated spot for seeing them or anything. I think what I've enjoyed the most, at least visually, is the amazing diversity in trees that I'm seeing. A lot of really cool ones that I hadn't seen anything like them before. Let's keep rolling. Si moi j'ai une tente?
Ouais.
Pas avec moi.
Non mais tu sur ton vélo.
Found myself a rock couch.